Hey guys, Dr. 5 here with the final episode of season number 1 with West Brom. Been a great career mode so far. We're on the end of the episode of season number 1. It's a great way to kind of return, basically. I've been off for 2 days. Basically, we've been changing internet providers, so I haven't had internet for the past 2 days, so I couldn't upload. Simple as that, really. And I didn't have any scheduled, unfortunately. But we return with the final episode of the season. We'll kick right back into season number 2 tomorrow. So don't you worry, there will be no break between season number 1 ending and season number 2 starting. It'll be instant, it'll be smooth. But in this last episode, we're going to be taking on Wigan as our first game. If you remember earlier in the series, Wigan actually beat us 1-0. I think it was a goal in the last 10 minutes. That tucked us away. So we do want to get our revenge here at the Hawthorns. As Harper on the ball finds Cardenas. Cardenas is going to play it back into the path of Burke. Burke through to Harper. 26 minutes in, we're 1-0 up. Harper with the goal. Burke with the assist. And it's great to see. Hopefully, these players can continue their performances if we get into the Premier League. It's an if right now. We haven't confirmed any spots. We haven't confirmed second place or first place yet. It's still a race between us and Stoke. But hopefully, if you remember a couple of episodes ago, we actually beat Stoke. Hopefully, that has started some kind of mental effect in their head where they don't think they're good enough and they're going to start losing games. But you can see here, we're all over Wigan. 36 minutes in from the goal kick. Morsey is going to receive the ball in the midfield. A little 1-2 of his midfield partner, but actually Burke intercepts it quite nicely. And the ball's played through to Pereira. He's got the better of Pearce there nicely. Flicks the ball over the top of his leg. He's just going to cut the ball back to Harper. Harper's already got one this game. He's just doubled his goal tally for the game. He's on the brace. He's got the hat-trick in his mind now. 2-0 against Wigan. With 45 minutes left in the game. We should have this game dead and buried, basically. The goal we conceded against Wigan in the last time we played him was a very lucky goal. We were all over him for the majority. Well, it was actually a back and forth game, actually, if I remember correctly. We weren't all over him, but Sam Johnson there, very lucky, very lucky. He palmed that ball away. It fell straight to a Wigan player. It was an open goal for him to knock it into, but he did just put a bit too much power on it, and it went over. Jamal Lowe from the cross is going to be headed away to Cardenas. We're going to start a counter-attack here, looking to make it 3-0 as Pereira plays the ball centrally to Harper. He's looking to get this hat-trick of his own here. He plays it through to Scott, one of our young Scottish wingers. He cuts inside nicely, strikes it at the near post, and Scott has got his first goal for West Brom. Kyle Scott, the Scottish left midfielder. 73 minutes in. Nice ball over the top there to Lowe. Gibbs doesn't quite have him covered, and he whips the ball to the back post. O'Shea doesn't have it covered either. Bit of scrambling in the box, and Wigan put it into the back of the net. Bit of poor defending there, really. We really should have handled that cross. O'Shea had all the time in the world to head that one away. And for some reason, Sam Johnson punched it up in the air. Very strange occurrence there. But 78 minutes in, we're going to look and regain that 3-goal lead, basically, here as Burke strikes it through on goal. He just beats the back line with incredible ease. He's a skillful and he's a very good finisher, is Ollie Burke. And it's brilliant to see. We've regained our 3-goal lead. And in the 90th minute here, Harper still looking for that hat-trick. He plays the ball to Scott. Scott's going to play it into Burke. Burke's going to eventually find it through to Harper. Strikes it for that hat-trick. Hits the post, but it does fall to Scott, who himself has now got the brace on his... Well, it's his first goal. And it's like a bus, you know? You wait ages for one, then two come along. So Kyle Scott has got his first goal for the club. As we move on to this game now, we're taking on Hull City. 7 minutes into the game. Livermore's going to find Kravinovic through to Phillips. Strikes it across goal. An effort there probably to get the rebound into the midfield there. But from the resulting throw-in, Livermore's going to receive the ball here by Harper. Then into Kravinovic through to Burke. Strikes it. It's a great save with the feet there by the goalkeeper. Very good reactions to keep the scores level at 0-0. 27 minutes in, Phillips receives the ball. Looks to get there at the defender. Actually plays it inside to Kravinovic. Cuts inside. He's going to then cut it back across to Scott, who hits the post. Could have been a perfect couple of games there for Scott. 3 goals in 2 games, but he does go and hit the post, unfortunately. And 36 minutes into the game, our young goalkeeper actually gives away a penalty. 1-on with Bowen. Bowen actually hits the post, luckily for Collins. And there is no reward for, which I think it shouldn't have been a penalty anyway. But Burke receives the ball just before half-time. He's going to try and play it through to Kravinovic. Actually gets deflected to Harper, who plays it to Scott. Scott tries to thread one through to Burke. We regain possession as Harper intercepts into the path of Burke. Dinks over the top to Krovinovic, actually gets to the ball before the keeper or the defender can, and he just lobs it over the top of the goalkeeper. 1-0, we are in front, and things are looking good for West Brom right now. Burke, Krovinovic, Harper, they're all scoring goals. Whenever they come in, they are scoring goals. 2 minutes, though, into the second half. Great defending there by Reece James. Cuts the ball back. He's then going to play it inside to a J. Very fortunately there. Does get it away from our goal, but it's going to come right back at us as Irvine plays it into Bowen. Missed the penalty in the first half. Needs to redeem himself here. Harper, though, intercepts the ball and plays it to Scott. We're on the counter-attack. 50 minutes into the game. We've got a brilliant counter-attack going on here. Scott's definitely got the pace over these defenders. He's going to take one too heavy of a touch, but actually, very fortunately for him, he plays it back to Krovinovic, and he goes and volleys it home. That's an assist for Scott. Had a very, very impressive past couple of games. And it is now 2-0, doubling our lead there, Krovinovic. He's now on the brace. He's looking for the hat-trick here as Burke, just past the hour mark, is going to lay the ball off to Harper. Harper's going to continue the run, try and break the defence. Can't quite do so he plays it back to Burke, who does break the defence. He's pretty much one-on-one with the goalkeeper, tries to strike it across goal into that top corner. But it is over the crossbar. Phillips now. It's broken past the back line. He's got one man in the middle in Burke. He could decide to cut inside himself here. He then lays it off to Burke. Overhead kick, and it is just wide of the post this time. One's gone just over, one's gone just wide. With a couple of minutes left, like literally 7 minutes left, Harper's going to play the ball to Burke. Beats the defence nicely. He's going to cut back inside for a nice little Ronaldo chop and just slots that one past the goalkeeper. Very, very nice dribbling. Nice Ronaldo chop to beat the defender and just slots it past the keeper with ease, basically. And it is now 3-0 into the 90th minute. Great save there by Collins, one of our young goalkeepers who's only 16. He's making a very good performance so far. Here is Henriksen plays it into Eves. Eves is going to lay back off to Henriksen, and he's going to tuck it past Collins. Unfortunately, he does not keep the clean sheet. It is going to be a 3-1 victory to us, though. They did get the goal back in the last minute. And what this game means is that if we are victorious in this game against the Derby County, we will wrap up the league. Stoke have been on terrible form since we defeated them. The mind tricks has worked, so if we beat Derby here today, we will be the league champions. And Phillips is going to dink the ball across to Cardenas. Scorpion kick. What a way to win their league that would have been, with a scorpion kick from our scout future star. Unfortunately not though, as Wisdom. He's going to play the ball up to Marriott eventually, who turns to Ghazi, but Ghazi's got it covered. He's been our best defender this season. He's coming forward with the ball, actually. Very good ball-playing midfielder. As Livermore threads that ball through to Manuel. Manuel's not going to be selfish. He's going to lay it off to Phillips, who fires that one home. Benson Manuel knows that the league title is at stake in this game. He's going to be a very, 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 very nice guy there. And he lays the ball off to Phillips, who gets the goal. It's 1-0 now. We need to just hopefully add to this lead as Manuel once again dinks the ball across. Can't quite find Cardenas, but the keeper punches it straight into the mouth of Ollie Burke. 26 minutes into the game, we are 2-0 up. He's double our lead. And as it stands, it looks like the league title will be coming home to West Brom. Looking good here as Dowell, though, plays the ball to Marriott. Back to Dowell. Dowell's got an option and he plays a brilliant ball through to Marriott. That's a really nice ball. And the defence were caught sleeping there. They were caught napping. The 2-0 victor, or the 2-0 lead, maybe put a bit too much confidence in them. But they are right back into the game now. There's only a 1-goal lead. Dowell, once again, the man that played the really nice ball, plays another one here to Wisdom. Wisdom just got to cut it back across. Luckily for us, no Derby County players can get on the end of that ball, and we could have a counter-attack here. Unfortunately, though, it was cut down by the Derby defence. Wisdom, once again, plays the ball to Shiny. Shiny's going to find Dowell. Dowell through to Marriott, the goal scorer. Through to Lawrence. Lawrence is going to take a touch, gets past Reece James very nicely, strikes it across goal. And just like that, it's 2-2. Harper, hoping to get us back into this game, lays the ball off to Phillips. Phillips is going to strike it. Great save by Roos. And we've got 10 minutes left to score a goal and get back into this game. Roos clears the ball. Livermore's going to win the header. He's also going to win the second header to Burke. Burke's going to lay the ball off to Harper. Harper's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And it is that man, our main man in the midfield, Harper, puts us 3-2 in front. The final whistle is blown. We have won the league title. We have won the championship. And we have also broken 100 points in the league. How about that? 100 points and the league title. I'll leave you with the title celebrations. I'll come back at the end where we will finish the rest of the season. Enjoy, guys. Okay, so we actually won the league with quite a few games to spare, so we're going to just simulate those, playing the youngsters, the first of which was a 1-0 loss to Blackburn. Unfortunately, the next up was a home game against Fulham. The first team are coming back in for this one. It was a 1-1 draw. Krovinovic actually missed a penalty in this one. And the penultimate game of the season was away from home against Huddersfield. A 2-0 victory. Burke adds 2 more goals to his goal tally, and now the final game of the season. We're going to be taking on QPR at the Hawthorns. And this was actually a very good game, actually. 5 minutes in, the first chance is coming through QPR as Scowen plays the ball up to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson's going to play it into Hugel. He's going to strike it, and it's a really, really good effort there. Deflects off the post, actually falls to Todd Kane. His strike is saved and is eventually put in by Easy. 7 minutes into the game, a bit of luck there by QPR, you could say. But a chance here, 40 minutes in. Harper's going to receive the ball, chests it down, plays it to Reece James. James into the path of Krovinovic, through to Harper, cuts back inside, lays it across to Ollie Burke, who makes it 1-1. Very good chance there, adding to his goal tally for the season. He is the top goal scorer, I'll tell you that now. He's won the Golden Boot. 90 minutes in, you can see here, the final whistle is going to be blown. It's going to end as a 1-1 draw, but it was a very eventful game. I'm only going to show the goals though, because it was not really the most important games. The boys here celebrating the season's end in front of the fans. Brilliant to see. We've won the league. We're going up to the Premier League as champions of the Championship. And I'll show you here the league table. West Brom on 105 points win the league. Stoke in second with 94, so we actually did open up quite a gap between ourselves and Stoke after that victory against them. And in the playoffs is Fulham, Sheffield Wednesday, Derby County and Swansea. And I'll show who comes up at the end of the video. We're going to go through a couple of the top goal scorers, the top assisters, clean sheets. So we're going to go through some of the league tables. So you can see here, Man City won the league on 97 points, absolutely smashing second place out of the park. Coming down is going to be Brighton, Norwich and Sheffield United. Sheffield United didn't win this season. 9 draws, 29 losses, only got 9 points. Barcelona won La Liga. Real Madrid in second. They won it by 2 points. A very close affair in Spain. Not too bad there. Over in France, PSG won it by 1 point against Monaco. Another very close affair there. Very nice to see. A couple of teams you wouldn't really expect to be quite low down there. Leverkusen won the Bundesliga by 13 points. Bayern went even second. Piemonte Calcio dominated Serie A. Absolutely smashed that league as they always do. As for the FA Cup, that was won by Aston Villa, beating Arsenal 3-2 in the final. The Carabao Cup, you know that we won that one 4-3 against Manchester United on penalties. Bayern Munich won the Champions League against Spurs 2-1. Leipzig beat Anderlecht 4-3 on penalties. And as for the top goal scorers, that was going to be Burke with 34 goals. Top assister is going to be Burke with 17. Top clean sheets is going to be Sam Johnson. And as for the team getting promoted through the playoffs, that is going to be Swansea. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, please like, subscribe. And I'll see you for season 2 tomorrow.